Hello everyone, it's Kleptosomniac here. If I can control my voice, I will be coming at you with an updated version of my burst PvP sniping build I have put out in the past. Now this build has better stamina recovery, uses some of the same equipment. Prices in the north, the Xbox servers are ridiculous for upgrading materials right now, and I haven't had the time with classes to upgrade stuff, so I'm using one of the same sets with traits that I will explain should not be the traits that they are, but it doesn't really affect damage at all. It's more of a defensive thing. I also want to emphasize that with this build, better buff up first. With this build, as I was saying, I'm putting out in stealth 4,100 and whatever weapon damage throughout a fight, so that's constant. It'll be a little over 4,000 out of stealth if I have a yellow on campaign with this character and that continuous attack, I believe it's called. You can get that really easily in the Imperial City if you just take over a flag. So anyway, 4,000 weapon damage throughout a whole fight, and I want to emphasize what I mean by that. There are better builds out there that will get you near or a little over 6,000 weapon damage. I mean, even higher if you're going all out. But that relies on a buff that lasts from 6 seconds to 15 seconds if you're using Alchemist. I think it's 15 seconds if you're using Alchemist. And I've tried that out before. I do kind of enjoy it. You're putting out a lot of damage, but once that buff's over, you're a sitting duck. So I like to just have something straight out I can control throughout a fight. So 4,000 weapon damage, somewhere in there, that's my range that I enjoy. So, I've already showed you kind of the stats. The changes from my previous video, I've made one of this before. I have better stamina recovery because I am a wood elf in this one for the passive. Wood elf gives you, we'll look real quick, 18%? I don't remember. Oh, 21%, even better. 20% boost to your stamina recovery. You can get that as well from your champion tree. So, Khajiit over Wood Elf for this, Wood Elf over Khajiit I would choose for this, just for the stamina recovery. Now, I have Marksman instead of Agility that I had in a previous build. I like the 5-piece. Marksman increases your bow abilities against players by 8%. Something you won't see on NPCs, but I mean, if you use Agility and then switch to Marksman, you'll see quite a bit of a difference from your crits from stealth. So that makes your snipes do quite a bit more damage, and I just enjoy having that for the 2 stamina recoveries that are on this, and it gives you weapon damage. So I have the jewelry, all weapon damage enchants, boots, and gloves. So you'll see random traits in here. I still have my Hunding's Rage. If you're going to craft this is the first set I ever made, so I mean I wasn't sure what I was doing at the time. I was just really happy that I could even do it. Impenetrable, super important now for PvP, especially with the amount of stamina builds that are out there. They're going to crit constantly, and impenetrable reduces the damage you take, or something like that. So, I mean, if you're just not going flat out damage like I thought I was doing in the past with Divines and the Warrior Mundus Stone, impenetrable is the way to go. Because with this build, oh yeah, 1-piece Molag Kena. Sorry, that's the other piece I have. Gives you weapon damage, and then I have bow and maul, both sharpened. Use whatever enchants you want. You can use the weapon damage enchant, but I mean, if I'm sniping, so I like to have my crit snipe do as much damage as it can, so I just put a beef-owl weapon enchantment on there for some disease damage. So, as I was saying, this build does not have a heal or the fear other than Rally is your heal, and then Incapacitating Strike will be your stun, except for the stun from stealth. So this build is offense is your best defense type of thing I have going on here. I really enjoy it. I've had some good luck. College classes have kept me away from this game for a while, so I apologize to all of my subscribers for a short delay between videos. So with the amount of time I've been able to put in this game for the past 4 or 5 days, which isn't much, I've gotten well over 100,000 Televar stones, which probably is not that impressive. I'm not really sure, but I mean, I just had some good luck, some good snipes, some good timing, wrong place, long time for other people. So, buffed up from stealth, I'm doing like 16k or so. Yeah, somewhere in there. Damage per snipe, plus the 8% from Marksman, plus the crit bonus from being in stealth, plus the stealth bonus for being a Nightblade. all that adds up to a really good snipe, and it's probably my favorite thing to do as a Nightblade. So I have Flawless Dawnbreaker. There have been a couple of changes from the first video I made to the Fighter's Guild tree, so I'm just going to explain what I use, why I use what I use real quick. Flawless Dawnbreaker gives you 5% weapon damage boost, and then I have another Fighter's Guild skill on there, Camoflauged Hunter. I use this for 3 reasons. I think it's 3 reasons. Okay, 4 reasons. I was wrong. Alright, so it works a little bit like Mage Light now. Whenever you activate it, pulls people out of stealth, and they can't stealth again for 3 seconds. So if you get those Magic and Nightblades, or if you get attacked by someone doing the same thing I'm doing, you can pull them out and have some fun. Second reason, gives you weapon critical. It's a big boost to your weapon critical too. That helps a lot whenever your second and third snipe, or whatever you're going to use after your first snipe. It'll have a good chance of being a crit again and finish them off pretty quickly. And then your critical hits from crouch give you 8% more damage for 8 seconds. And I'm not sure if that counts as for the initial damage, but the way this sounds, it probably doesn't. And then for the Fighter's Guild, there is now a passive that increases your weapon damage by 3% for each ability. So overall, I'm getting 5 from this passive ability of Flawless Dawnbreaker, 3 for having it on, so that's 8, and then 3 for having this on. So you can do the math. So, I mean, you can throw more Fighter's Guild abilities on there. You can throw Silver Bolts, Trap Beast, which really doesn't... I mean, that's going to be pretty much useless if you're sniping because you'd be far away. So you can throw Silver Bolts, and then I think that morphs into Silver Leash is the one that does more damage. I've never really used this. I just was messing around with it to get more weapon damage out of it, and I still like Poison Injection for the damage over time. So that brings me to Poison Injection for the damage over time to people that are running off. Relentless Focus, still for that 8% damage boost. And your stamina recovery, I forgot that's important too. Shadowy Disguise gives your next attack that critical hit. And then I have Two Hand for the rally you can use in stealth before you fight. Like I said, I don't have the fear and I don't have vigor or anything, so I really rely on this for the burst heal you get after it's been active for a while. Shuffle for the dodge chance. I still think this works a little bit better over double take, so I still choose this. Plus this is stamina based, so it saves more of my magic for cloaking. Then I have Incapacitating Strike, which is... I don't even know what to say about Incapacitating Strike. It's too strong, and it stuns, and it increases your damage against them, and it reduces their healing taken. Way too much stuff, but everyone uses it, so I mean, fair game. A lot of damage, really cheap. Only hits one person though, so you can use Dawnbreaker if you're overwhelmed. All that jazz. Ambush is the gap closer, also gives you Empower, so you can ambush and then Incapacitating Strike. You can do math with that. Surprise Attack is still the spammable if you're ever in melee range for some reason. I said melee, that felt weird. Okay. And then Killer's Blade, you can tell it's really late here in the morning. That is your execution, gives you 20% health back if they die within 2 seconds. 300% more damage under 25% health. You can see them glowing red whenever you need to press it. It's pretty cool. I really like this skill or ability. I use it over Executioner. I don't remember if that's what I had in the last build. I just think this activates a little bit faster, and it's a little easier to animation cancel if you're into that, which, I mean, if it's an execute, you don't really need to do that. So those are the skills. I'm pretty sure I showed you the equipment. I don't know. I'm way too tired. But champion points, that's what I need to do. Alright, so start with the Thief Tree. Stamina cost reduction. Mooncalf gives you stamina recovery. And tumbling. So with the amount of champion points I don't have, which is, I'm getting really close to max, and I'm kind of freaking out about that. I'll put it all in the tumbling. That's really important. I normally like to keep that at, I think 39 gives you 10%. I don't remember, but that's what I have it at on my Khajiit Nightbladed with Eternal Hunt. It helps out a lot. I have 2 minion Mooncalf. I just like to see the big number. Alright, anyway, onto the Mage Tree. Okay, so Thaumaturge, I don't really feel like this is important. For this build, I just still like to see the increased damage to the damage over time of Poison Injection and Dawnbreaker if you use that. You can either put those into Shattering Blows, which with your bow from far away, I mean, it's just going to rip shields apart pretty quickly, or Bow Expert. That'll help your burst with a heavy attack if you use that instead of sniping. So, Precise Strikes is important, helps your crit damage. Mighty increases your overall physical and disease poison damage on every attack, and then Piercing gives a little bit of extra damage there. So there are a few things you can do. Take it out of Thaumaturge and put it into Piercing. If you don't have that many champion points, I recommend Mighty first and then Precise Strikes until you can get enough, like I say 10% of both, and then you can start doing whatever you want. I mean, it's more of a preference type of thing. Now, Warrior Tree Nightblades still don't have crit shields, and I hope they never do. That'll make them crazy overpowered. Anyway, reduces your critical hit damage. Hardy, you really need that with the amount of stamina builds out there to reduce the stamina-based damage. And then Elemental Defender for the elemental damage. Thick Skin, damage over time, resistance, and that's it for champion points. So I'm going to make a video with my hopefully good luck with this build that I've been having over the past few days. Like I said, main thing here, you can do whatever you want to with this build. It's got pretty good weapon damage and decent stamina recovery. So you can make whatever changes you want to. If you don't have Molag Kena, that's unfortunate. I don't know what you could replace it. Well, Blood Spawn gives you more stamina recovery. That thing exists. Today in the Golden Merchant is Malabeth's Shoulders. I'm just saying that because I've been wanting those shoulders for a very long time, and I don't do PvE much because I don't have very much time. So, without further ado, I'm going to either finish off my Templar or my Dragon Knight tank to show you guys that. If you have any suggestions or comments or anything, please feel free to leave them in the bottom. I hope you enjoyed this build. Like I said, it lacks a heal and a fear, so if you think it's dumb, I understand, but offense is better defense. I can take one person out immediately, and then normally ambush and incapacitating strike and take out another person, and then kind of cloak and screw around with anyone else. I don't know, it's just something I like to do as a Nightblade. So, if you have anything negative to say about it, feel free to say it. Anything, that's how I learn. So yeah, I will see you guys next time, and I appreciate the view. Hope you liked it, and good luck.